What's up, guys? Welcome back. Need to fix some of these buttons. But yeah, either way, here we are about to kick off the Horus Invitational second week. Of course, the teams have been trying it out, trying to qualify here for today. So they've made it in. So we've got a few teams in the lobby, of course, about to go head to head. We, of course, got the players from Gun. We've got from Mars. We've got NiBBLE Odyssey. We've got the ANARCHY Angels. We've got BBC. We've got iRUSH. We've got Black Clover. We've got the Dark Dragons Endgame. We've got the players from Unique. We've got VEGETA Gaming. We've got Team Vibe, Not Gaming, IMMORTALZ, UNTOLD, Force 4, KARTERIA, EUPHORIA, Destiny, the MEOW Goals, Gorilla Gang Gaming, eXile Redefined. Then, of course, we have Slime 4KT as well as the eXile Africa team. So, there we go. There we are. So, yeah, let's see. This, of course, being the Horus Invitational powered by the eXile Africa org team. Whatever. Here we are. Alright, so, yeah, that is what we got lined up. So, just waiting for everything to get started. And, of course, well, all the details are down in the description if you want to check who is participating. So, be sure to have a look at that. And, of course, let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to be able to clutch it out of here for today? Of course, as I mentioned, you know, quite a few teams in the lobby. We've got 4 games, so 2 Erangels, 2 Miramars. Pretty much a similar setup to what we have happening over in, well, like Metal Stage kind of setup. So, yeah, we're just waiting to see now, well, who's going to be able to clutch it out and who's going to get it. And, of course, the match has just started. So, we're about to transition into that. And, of course, well, hopefully take you guys straight into that action. So, yeah, let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to be the dominating team here for today? Of course, we saw some of these teams just playing in Umzanzi as well. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. But, of course, well, without further ado, here we go. Here's the game. Right, so as you can see, we already have quite a few players in the lobby. And again, here we have the teams that I was just talking about. So, waiting to see now how this one is going to go. But of course, give us your predictions in the chat. Let us know. And of course, the teams are also playing to, well, they're playing for a little bit of money here as well. So always exciting. But yeah, we're just waiting to see what this flight path is going to be doing, so we can take you straight on up into that. Get you straight into the action. Of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a like alongside your comment. And we're off. There we go. Let's have a look at that flight path. Of course, well, it's coming in from just south of Multa Power and making its way over towards that northern section of the zone. So a very interesting flight path there. Really not a bad flight path. So now just waiting to see where the teams are going to be moving up into. And of course, where they're going to be dropping down as well. So give us your predictions. Let us know, who do you think is going to clutch it out for this one. You can see a few teams already now starting to make their way down. So slowly but surely, the action is just creeping in bit by bit. Right, so already a few teams busy making their way around. I'm quite keen to see how this one is going to go down. Of course, now the team's already being pretty hot and spicy after the action we were seeing in Umzanzi. So, yeah, keeping a watchful eye. We got the players there, of course, from the MEOW girls making their way right over in towards those Nova crates. As you can see, also the players there from Black Clover, as well as the team from Endgame, dropping very close to that eastern bridge. There's quite a few players still making their way around. Everyone now just moving up into position, waiting to see where the zone is going to be going. So let's see, let's see. Is it going to be a spicy one? No idea. We'll find out soon enough. But of course, we might have some action right over here. As you can see, the IMMORTALZ and the players there making their way. That, of course, being the players from Mars. So let's see. Any hits? Any action? Right, so we've got a little bit of a Mexican stand down happening here as we've got the players from Mars just holding up in their positions. Ooh, we've got some action. Let's jump over here to the players, of course. This is the players from Destiny just driving over some of their opponents. Let's see the players there from KARTERIA just off in the distance. Let's see if we can move on up into another potential spot where we might have some action. Of course, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen over in Watertown, but of course also we've got the players right over here. As you can see, the team from Unique right there in North George with the players from Force 4. Ooh, we've got some shots now starting to fly back and forth. Let's see, will we be able to get any of this action? Ooh, just off in the distance as well. We got Force 4 now pushing up on the players there from VEGETA Gaming. So quite a bit of potential here. Let's see who will get those hits going. You can see Shark, Yanni, Tank, and VEGETA on the opposite end there. And then, of course, we got Azrael, NiBBLE, Devil, and Jason on this end for the players from Force 4. We haven't seen any action just yet. Waiting for that, of course, now to happen. As you can see, we got a few positions where the teams are relatively close together. Of course, waiting to see what that zone's going to be doing. Is it going to move further towards the south? Is it going to stay up here in the northern portion on the main island? But of course, now the Immortals are exchanging a few shots where they were the players from Mars. You got Iron Man and M4 just holding their positions as the Immortals are now slowly but surely starting to surround them. You got MFP, as you can see, just off on the distance here, making his way on up in towards Watertown. You got Iron Man just up ahead. So close. So Munchies and the crew closing in, tightening their grip bit by bit. So now just curious to see whether or not they'll be able to get this bounce in. Applying that pressure bit by bit. You can see Iron Man, of course, just up here on the roof. Most of his attention focused over to the one side, but he's keeping a watchful eye there where we see MFB. There we go. There we go. Right, so the Immortals now starting to move up slowly but surely. Ooh, we've got those nades coming in. There we go. Quick smoke landing right on top of the roof, making Iron Man flinch just a little bit. Of course, having a quick look at the map, as you can see, we have a little bit of a potential happening down over in the Nova crates, and of course also pretty close to this eastern bridge. Ooh, there we go. Munchie now stepping up, putting those hits in. Iron Man, of course, now just off in the background there. Well, up on the roof still. Alright, so there we go. Shout out to coming in for the first team. The first shout out, of course, going straight towards the players there from Gorilla Gang Gaming, or G3. Ooh, there we go. Iron Man, beautiful hit. Wow, double whammy so far. 2 for 2. Really capitalizing on this 686 that he's got here. Ooh. Of course, you can't spray with a shotgun, but he's definitely going to try. Out comes the pistol, and down he goes. Sahil finds that last hit, and of course, sends them off. Well done, well played. There we have it. So our first team getting sent into the lobby. Of course, just waiting to see what is going to happen up here in the northern side of North George. You can see the players here from Force 4. Ooh, getting closer and closer as Unique is now just opening fire towards them. They got Z-God And his teammates just closing in bit by bit. Oh, Zigot tries to step up with a pen. Oh, a little bit too cocky because the shots are still flying in. They're not out of the woods just yet. But of course, there goes that hit. The first one coming in quite successfully. Jason also now getting hit by Keish. And you can see the players there from VEGETA Gaming just off in the distance. Ooh, so many hits all over the place. But of course now Zigot getting challenged in his compound as the Force 4 team starts moving up. The shots fly in right behind him. Oh, down he goes. Azriel coming in with those hits, just putting the damage in, of course, doing the work. There we go. There we have it. So let's see. Will FaZe now be able to make this work? For some other reason, all chat is on. Ooh, FaZe getting hit in the process. There we go. VEGETA Gaming now just putting in those hits. Here we go. Some behind the scene chatter coming in there as well as the teams are making their way around. Force 4, as you can see, also holding up very close to Keish. So waiting to see now whether or not VEGETA Gaming is going to start pushing in towards this position, or if they're going to try and maybe keep their distance for now. We'll find out momentarily as Devil is now starting to move in. Keish just all on his lonesome here, trying to stand up against Force 4, who's of course now starting to push in. Beautiful nade coming in right there. Azriel, now the last hopeful for his team, is of course now getting ready to rotate around the compound, trying to make his way down. Up comes Unique, now stepping up, putting the hits in. Oh, VEGETA coming in from the far side, of course not really putting in too much hits, but of course Unique wraps it up. 3 players left on the team here, so well done, beautifully played. And of course VEGETA Gaming still making their rotation, but now things are about to heat up right here over at this eastern bridge. As you can see, the teams now starting to, well, congregate slowly but surely. We've got the gun team right over here, and of course right behind them we've got the players there, that being the team from iRUSH Reloaded. Then also just off on the side here we also have the players from UNTOLD. So a great bit of potential here, seeing how that is going to go between the 3 teams we've got holding up in this position. Let's have a quick look at the map. As you can see, slowly but surely the teams are now starting to make their way down once again. Still have a bit of contention up in that northern side. Well, unless the players from VEGETA Gaming or Unique gets that rotation done. You see the Dragons now also on the way. The players from Destiny still holding up just to the north there of Quarry. Well, rather in the surrounding area of Quarry. Then, of course, we've got Gorilla Gang Gaming over in Ferry Pier. So, well, we'll see how that one goes. But, of course, now, ooh, the players here from iRUSH just pushing up over towards Gun. Of course, Nerf just popping those hits straight in towards them. Gets that first knock going. We still got Matt, Kratos, and Jixer. There we go. So let's see who will be able to find the shots. Gun Slim sitting in a really good position. Got some pretty good overwatch there. And of course, the players just off in the distance there from UNTOLD might be exposing themselves. There we go. Nerf stepping it up with that pan, just putting those hits straight in. Now we wait to see how this one will go. Will Gun be able to wrap this one up and land the necessary hits into the opposing teams? Of course, there's 2 of them. So this might be quite the challenging one. But of course, as we know, Gun is always up for the challenge. And of course, you can see some more hits now getting done here from Nerf's side as he's trying to get those hits across over towards the players there from iRUSH. The rest of the lobby, of course, now also still making their way on up, finding their positions in the zone. You can see we've got the eXiles holding up on the bridge. We've got Destiny now moving up in towards that red zone. The Dragons not too far behind them. Of course, over in the drink there, we've got the players from the Gorilla Gang Gaming team. We've got the players from Black Clover, of course, moving up in towards Sosnovka. We've got Ikasi, or rather the team there from Euphoria Gaming, all the way over in that far southern side of the zone. So nice little back and forth now happening right here in front of us as Gun is now still just trying to find those hits over towards the players there from iRUSH as well as the team from Untold. So Nerf just punishing the players here. Putting in hit after hit. Right, so they're only sitting on 3 players, and of course they just managed to get that res in. Untold also not really challenging any positions just yet, and we might very well see the zone ending on this bridge, because it's shifted up now once again and it is included in the zone. So waiting to see what EUPHORIA is going to be doing all the way down in the south. Also have a little bit of a rotation now happening here, and the players, of course, they're from Gorilla Gang Gaming, now having it to rotate all the way across back into the safe zone. There we go. So a few hits now over towards Nerf. Let's see, will Pyro and Slim be able to get any of these hits going? Got Broly, of course, now moving up towards Nerf to get that res going as well. So they are back to 4 players. So should be able to pull this one off and get a successful res in. But of course, dependent on where the players there from iRUSH are going to be playing it. Well, looking at the rest of the lobby, the teams are still making their way in. We've got the players from Destiny, of course, now moving straight up over towards the drop, as you can see there. KARTERIA on the cliff's edge. We got the IMMORTALZ now rolling up in towards the central portion of that zone. So it hasn't been decided just yet whether the map is going to be going to the north or the south. But of course, that potential is still there. So we'll find out momentarily where these teams are going to be moving on up into. You can see Broly, of course, now just trying to land some of those hits over towards Kratos. Just laying it down, a little bit of cover fire, suppressive fire. But of course, the dragons now going at it. Ooh, there we go. The teams are so close together, you can hardly even see who's where. But of course, now KARTERIA and the dragons just battling it out right here on the cliff's edge. You can see Blade just down below Nero, right on the top end there. Adonis trying to get that res in, and he gets it in on Superior. So they are down to 3 players. We have Unique also just off in the distance, as well as Destiny. So it might prove to be quite a challenging position for these teams to be holding. So we'll see how that goes and whether or not the dragons are going to try and push on up in towards this position. It seems like they are starting to turn up the heat bit by bit. Destiny, of course, still just over towards the west. So they've got a pretty good position holding up in the compound. Very close to that drop, of course. And, well, we can see the eXiles now about to engage here with the players as well. Ooh, there we go. The Gorilla Gang now coming under fire. BBC putting a few shots in towards the IMMORTALZ as well. KARTERIA also taking that engagement with the dragons. So now the zone is starting to heat up. And of course, KARTERIA now just rushing up over towards the dragons. Blade now left to defend. Let's see, will he be able to get it? Oh, beautiful shot coming in from Blade. First one in to Superior. Second one comes in, puts the hit into Adonis. Oh, down goes Adonis as well. Luffy now, the last hopeful. Up comes the nade. Will it do the necessary damage? This might be the end of the dragons. Ooh, alright, so they managed to outlive that one. The nades not finding their spot just yet, but of course now up comes the dragons, just popping out of that compound, getting a quick res in on Nero, and of course Luffy trying to get that res in on Superior. Oh, they find the hits. Down they go. Beautifully done. Destiny also now putting in a few shots from off in the distance there. As you can see, the teams, of course, now just going all over the place. Lots of action. We got the players there from Unique also now trying to find a few hits over towards the players here from the Dragons, and Gun also now putting a few shots in towards the players there from Endgame as well. You just see here those shots still just flying in there from Unique. But of course now this is definitely starting to heat up over on this eastern bridge. As you can see, Gun still holding their position, but of course now we've got the addition of Endgame also moving in. Ooh, let's see, will they be able to get any of these hits going? Endgame now moving up into a very similar position as we saw one of the teams a little while before, but of course that was the Gun team that was positioned on this side. Now the players there from iRUSH are just putting their head straight in towards Naruto. Relentless onslaught. So many hits just flying in their direction. Of course now Endgame Naruto trying to return the favor, trying to get some of those hits going as well. But as you can see, it is quite the distance, also quite the challenge. But of course, that won't stop the teams from trying. Kratos also now trying to give his 2 cents there, trying to get in a few more hits. And of course, now turning his attention over towards the players there from Untold. So much potential in this region as the teams are now forced closer and closer together. As you can see, that zone now shifting up, waiting to see whether or not Euphoria is going to make it across that bridge successfully. Of course, the players here from Black Clover also need to rotate on up. So many other teams just crammed into the zone. BBC, of course, pretty close to the Angels here. Ooh, there we go. Gun finding a few hits. So got Slim and Pyro. Those are the last 2 players for the Gun team. Endgame, of course, just up ahead. Saw those hits just flying up in towards them as well. So, well, let's see how this one goes. Ooh, Unique now also starting to put a few hits in. As Destiny now starts rolling up in towards that zone. But of course now Godless right here. The Angels putting a few shots in towards Vegeta as well. Oh, Godless's vehicles, tires are getting shot out. The hits are just flying in now. They're out in the open, quite exposed, of course, trying to find their position. Oh, you can just see the Angels also now lighting it up in that kill feed. And all the players over here from Gorilla Gang just putting those hits straight over towards Destiny. So the Angels now also getting their fair share of a fight over towards the players in the surrounding area. We've got Gorilla Gang over on the one side. We've got the players from Vegeta on the opposite end. Untold now putting a quick few shots in towards iRUSH as well. And Destiny now caught in a very tough position. Of course, one false move could spell the end for the team. Ooh, Euphoria now getting hit in the process. BBC now actually putting a quick few shots over towards the Angels. So many hits all over the place. And the players here from Euphoria trying to find a good approach. They've rotated all across that zone, making their way on in. But of course now a lot of hits about to go down all over the place. Ooh, there we go. Unique phase finding that hit in on Cheddar. And in fact now the eXiles have rotated up very close to farm. But so many hits now just happening. And Destiny's still in a pretty tough position. Ooh, there we go. Let's see if we can get in on this fight as the players are moving up bit by bit from the rear here. Just closing in. Euphoria moving up on endgame. Vegeta also now, of course, just pulling up into this fuel station. Down goes Hound. So let's see, will he be able to make it? It is a pretty tough spot. We got the players from Endgame on the one side. We got Gun on the other. So let's see, will Vegeta be able to pull this one off? Will he find that angle and put it in towards Endgame? But of course now we've got Nyx also just creeping up towards Gun. Untold also still holding in their position. We haven't seen them rotate up just yet. So again, a lot of potential in this current zone. But of course, we're looking to see who is going to be able to capitalize on their position. That blue zone, of course, closing in bit by bit. So the next zone is almost upon us. And of course, Nyx now finds that hit in on Gun. Just sneaking up from the edge there. Let's see, will Pyro be able to find any of those hits? He is the last hopeful. I don't think he'll be able to make it all the way across, of course, being watch from all sides, but we'll find out soon enough whether or not Pyro will be able to rotate up towards Slim and potentially get that res going. Right, so there we have Pyro just rushing over quickly, trying to make it up in a bit of a hasty rotation. All right, so there we go. Pyro makes it up to his teammate just in time. But of course, now the players here from Endgame keeping a very watchful eye on that staircase, trying to see if they can find any bit of gun exposed. But of course, now the pressure is still on here on VEGETA, as the players there from Endgame have not let him go just yet. So let's see, let's see. Ooh, that zone now shifting up again. Everyone now trying to rotate on in. Now we're going to see the carnage happen all over the place. And of course, the players there from MEOW all the way up in that far western side. Down goes the players there from Destiny, getting hit by the eXiles. Of course, now Hensley moving up as well, just creeping on in. BBC finding a quick hit and on Unique. Quite a bit of damage now across the board. As you can see, all the teams are hungry for kills. They want to find those hits, find those shots, and of course, well, make their way on up into that pole position. But of course, now in the meantime, we see the teams now just battling it out. And of course, Law right here on the receiving end, very close to the eXiles as they now start rolling up into a zone as well. Up comes MG and Cheddar just rushing on in. Let's see, will Law be able to find those hits? The players from Destiny not down and out just yet. But of course, now Law caught in a very, very tough position. Everyone now just rolling in. You got MEOW now also making their rush, and the Angels putting those shots across over towards them. BBC now just trying to get out of dodge, but the shots find them, and of course their damage goes along with that. You just hear the shots all over the place. The players here from VEGETA Gaming, of course, now also just defending their position. They're just north of zone, so they need to try and get on up. There they go, rolling on in. Of course, BBC now down to 2 in gun, and Untold still holding their position, but of course, Untold keeping a very watchful eye over towards iRUSH, and we have just off in the distance there, as you can see, still in the same spot, not having moved just yet. But of course, now the remainder of the lobby is full of movements as all these teams now just start heading off in all directions. The Angels actually now rushing up right into the compound here, where we see the players from Untold. VEGETA now putting a few shots into them as well, but of course now all the hits just going all over the place, and Scar really low on health. Down goes Scar. Scar is, well, pretty much down and out. Squeak now trying to step it up, trying to put in a few hits over towards Untold as well. But of course now Rolex is now rushing in over towards Squeak. Let's see, will Squeak be able to hold them at bay? Oh, the hits. Down goes Squeak. So the Angels are down and out. 13 teams remaining to 36 players still alive. And of course now the hits start coming in. Gun now opening fire, and of course Untold also now just putting some hits across the board. As you can see, everyone now just trying to find a good spot. And of course, the players here from MEOW are getting hit pretty hard. iRUSH putting up a pretty good defense there, of course. So we are left with 13 teams. And of course, well, that zone shifting towards the south, right over towards the bridge. So that always results in a pretty interesting finish, making things so challenging for the teams. And of course, now you can see those hits just flying up all over the place. The shots just going absolutely crazy. Oh, everyone now trying to roll on up. You got the eXiles moving in as well. Unique putting some fantastics hit in. But of course, the players there from Gorilla Gang Gaming succumbing to the pressure there. All the hits just keep on flying in. The players there from MEOW also now getting sent on off into the lobby. Jenna blowing himself up in the process. Yeah, that's not particularly ideal, especially with so many teams in the surrounding area. BBC also still looking pretty good. Down on 2 players, but they've got really good positioning. And of course, as you can see there now, Nihal just ripping it in to the eXiles. Just putting those hits in. Oh, double whammy. Nukes and MG getting thirsted or hit in that one. And potentially could be thirsted in the process. But of course, now here comes the players from Untold on the roll. Nihal steps up once again. just puts the hits into them, and BBC just ripping them to shreds. But of course, now 10 teams remain. We still have the players there from Destiny just holding off up in the distance there. So let's see now, will the players be able to clutch this one out? VEGETA is still alive. Somehow he has managed to sneak his way into that top 10. And of course now, Gun also now trying to leverage what they have. Ooh, the hits now still just keep on flying all over the place. Untold trying to rush on in. BBC trying to rush on in. Absolute carnage happening across the zone. So many hits. The blue zone now closing in as well and just ripping through the players. Wow, 6 teams remain. 15 players, and of course that kill feed is just going absolutely insane. Gun, of course, now succumbing to the blue as well. So it is safe to say that there is no one left in the blue zone. All the players are just here right in front of us. That, of course, being the players from Black Clover, Endgaming. We've got the players from EUPHORIA as well as the eXiles. Those are our 4 remaining teams. Ooh, Black Clover now just putting those hits in towards Endgaming as they're trying to squeeze on up towards that bridge. We've got Dagger, of course, just up ahead. Yo-Yo also not too far away either. Ooh, the nades now just keep on going. Pretty good play that we're seeing coming out here from the Black Clovers. They've actually taken up a very decent position. Of course, spreading themselves out quite a bit all across that bridge, making it so difficult for the players here from Endgaming to actually find those hits and put the necessary damage. But of course now the eXiles are closing in on our lone friend here, Mr. VEGETA, who also still just manages to outlast. That's just insane. I mean, if he plays his cards well, he can actually cause quite the bit of damage. You can see the eXiles just making their way around. Oh, MG finds him. Down he goes. With that, we are down to 3 teams. That, of course, being the Black Clovers, the eXiles, and the players here from Endgaming. So it is a 4v4v3. So give me your prediction. Who do you think is going to clutch it out? It can still go either which way. And of course, the players here from Black Clover having a really good position. They are in zone, waiting for the remainder of the teams, of course, now to try and get that rotation sorted, get on up in towards the zone. It is quite the challenging zone, seeing that there's almost no hiding space. So the eXiles really have a tough one here. They need to find a way in from that northern portion. But of course, now Black Clover's up in a really good position. The players here from Endgaming also not looking too bad either. They're, of course, now just trying to inch their way forward. But, of course, now the Black Clovers just find those hits, just sends them right across. Oh, absolute carnage now. So Endgaming going from 4 players down to potentially 2. That, of course, now being Nyx and Envy. Black Clovers still looking pretty strong on all 4 players, still remaining, still alive. But of course now they're inching their way forward as well. Moving a little bit further towards the north. There we go. Swave now moving up as well, just rushing on in. Oh, beautiful defense now coming in as the players from the eXiles just lay down the cover fire. Envy now the last hopeful for Endgaming. But of course now the eXiles making their push, closing in on the Black Clovers. We got Dagger, Narcos, and Titan holding up for the Black Clovers. Down goes Cheddar in the process. MG and Swave now, the last 2 hopefuls. Will they be able to clutch it out? Of course, now the nades going all over the place. And, well, Lazy Boy getting knocked out in the process. Envy. Now, well, let's see. Will he be able to get that res in on his teammate? Of course, now an absolute bombardment of nades all over the place as they are trying to land those hits. But, of course, now Narcos returns the favor towards Swave. MG is the last hope, unless of course he can get that res in, which I think is highly unlikely. So the Black Clovers really looking super strong in this match. And of course, down goes Swave. MG is the last hopeful. Of course, the players there from End Gaming now putting a few more hits in, but of course getting hit in the process as well. Lazy Boy really low on health. MG just trying to survive. Puts their hits into Dagger. Titan, Narcos, and Yo-Yo. Ooh, they find the hits in towards End Gaming. And of course now it is a 1v4 and they find the hits, sending MG right back into that lobby. So there we go. There we have it. The Black Clovers clutching the first round with, well, 6 kills. We got the Exiles finishing up in second place with 10 kills. We got End Gaming in third place, coming in with 9 kills. We got Euphoria in fourth place. Gun finishing it up with 4 kills in fifth place. Destiny with 1 kill in sixth. We got the players there from BBC finishing with 7 kills in seventh place. VEGETA Gaming with 3 kills in 8th place. We got Untold with 5 kills in 9th place. We got iRUSH in 10th place with 2 kills. We got the players from Unique, of course, with 8 kills in 11th place. We got the MEOW team finishing in 12th place. We got the Gorilla Gang Gaming team in 13th place. The Angels with 1 kill in 14th. The Dragons with 3 in 15th. KARTERIA with 1 in 16th place. And of course the Immortals in 17th with 4. We got Force4 wrapping it up with 1 kill in 18th place. We got the players from Mars in 19th. And of course, there we go. There we have it. Those are all our teams participating right here. So, what an impressive start that was to our first match. Pretty crazy one across the board. And of course, well, we got a few more still to come. So don't go anywhere. We'll bring you right back into the action. So, well, without much further ado, let's head on into the intermission.
Don't know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Wait to shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution. Just calling to say
calling to say I
One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, brace yourself for the Vegas. For the Vegas.
Oh darling, if I had bought you flowers, would you still be here by my side? Yeah, I thought this moment could be ours, while I'm walking on you through the night. You can break my bones.
I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Beverly fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect.
Come on. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I love it when the stuff glitch out like that, right? But of course, well, we're about to get ready to move on into our next round, which will be happening over on the Miramar map. So far it's been pretty spicy, you know, giving us quite the bit of action. And of course, well, we're going to be heading over towards that map now as the match has started. We're about to jump on in and have a quick look at the teams once again. And then, of course, well, where that flight path is going to be going, and of course, where that zone will be. So, yeah, 4 games. So this is our first Miramar map. We had the first Erangel one just now. And of course, we still have one of each yet to come. So without further ado, here we go. Let's jump on into that match. And there we go. There we have it. Right, so as you can see, of course, the lineup with the teams there. Our first one, as you can see, is the players there from Gun. We've got Mars in slot 3. We've got the Angels in 5. EVC in 6. We've got iRUSH in 7. We've got Black Clover in 8. We've got the Dragons in 9. We've got Endgaming in 10th. We've got Unique in 11. We've got VEGETA Gaming over in 12. In 14, we've got the players there, of course. That being Not Gaming, if I read this one correctly. Let's have a quick check. Yep, Not Gaming right there. Of course, 15 is the players from the IMMORTALZ. We've got Untold in 16th. We've got Force 4 in 17th. In 18th, we've got KARTERIA. In 19, we've got EUPHORIA. A lot of ears right there. Destiny in slot 20. We got MEOW in 21. We got Gorilla Gang Gaming in 22. XO Redefined in 23. Of course, 4KT in 24, and the eXiles over in 25. Flight path, coming in from Campo Militar, and of course heading over to that smack tap central portion in the western side. So we're keeping a watchful eye on that, seeing where the teams are going to be dropping. Of course, a very northern flight path for this one. So it does influence where the teams are going to drop down ever so slightly. But of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that and seeing where they're going to be going. So, well, yeah, just waiting to see how this one will then, of course, go down and where the teams are going to be dropping. So we'll jump straight into the action once that has, of course, then happened. And, well, curious to see what the zone's going to look like. We've got the players there from Unique, of course, now pushing up straight into Campo Militar. So first team down. We've got the players from EUPHORIA just up a little bit ahead of them over in Tierra Branca. Or Bronca. There we go. Should probably just pronounce the stuff properly. And of course, El Azhar might be a pretty spicy place. Of course, we've got the players from KARTERIA and Endgaming right there. Several more teams are making their way all across the map here. Waiting to see what this first zone's going to do. And of course, then we'll jump straight over towards the players there from KARTERIA and Endgaming, seeing that they are so close together. Drum roll, please. And the zone is not appearing just yet. All right, so we'll wait for the zone. But anyway, so there we have it. The players, of course, now all starting to make their way around. You can see KARTERIA and the players here from Endgaming very close. There we go. The zone already is starting to drop, and it drops over in that southwesterly side. What a mix-up that is. Wows. So let's see how this one goes. And of course, the shot's already going off in the kill feed. Force 4 getting hit now by the eXiles. And of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Well, or please consider subscribing. And of course, leave a like. Let us know in the chat, who do you think is gonna dominate this round? Give me your predictions. Ooh, Nuratu just putting those hits in. Wow, KARTERIA now trying to rush on up. Let's see, will Coming be able to get the push? Oh, the hits. Oh, beautifully done Naruto goes down in the process. Of course now, well, still quite a bit of damage going all over the place. You can see that kill feed just absolutely lighting up. KARTERIA sitting on 3 players end game on KARTERIA sitting on 3. One of them being knocked, so that's 4. Superior now just getting rest up. Down goes Adonis, and of course now Superior left to run around, quickly heals up ever so slightly, but of course now the remainder of the team here from End Gaming just putting the pressure on as they try to rush on in. Oh, they're running so fast I can't even keep up. No, go. There we go. Get into res. Oh, gets the hits. Oh, Superior just steps on up and sends him right back. Just look at this lobby. Absolutely insane. So many teams so close together. You're going to see so many shots coming in. Oh, man. I don't think there's going to be any shortage of engagements. But of course now, so you can see that zone sitting all the way down in the south, just waiting to see whether or not the teams are going to rush on in and get into a good position, or are they going to hang around a little bit longer in the zone, wait for that blue zone to start forcing them forward. We'll find out, of course, in due time which way around this one will then go. You can see there we've got, well, some pretty good positions already with the teams situated in zone. Players here from BBC and Not Gaming, of course, also being pretty close together right there in El Pozo. I don't think they're close enough just yet to really start any engagements with each other, but we'll find out, of course, in due time. We've got EUPHORIA up in the north here alongside the players there from Unique. So waiting to see where they're going to go. They've got quite some distance to cover to make it all the way across into the opposite end of the map. So, well, we'll see how those rotations go for them. And of course, well, let's jump up here to Not Gaming and see what it is that they are getting up to. So Zeus and the team now just making their way around. You can see you've got Acid, Angry, Jagger, and Zeus just thundering through the compound here. Of course, as I mentioned, no one too close. But of course, now VEGETA from VEGETA Gaming just rushing up closer towards the Angels, just inching his way forward. So let's see. He's got his Kar 98 at the ready. Will he be able to find those hits, find those shots? The remainder of the squad, of course, sitting a little bit further away over towards the southern portion there. So VEGETA just scouting up ahead. We've got Shark, of course, now just waiting right there on the edge of zone in the red zone. As you can see, just waiting for these teams to start inching forward. But of course, now Destiny moving up as they are getting hit by the Gorilla Gang Gaming team. The shots now just flying into them, and they're not particularly in the fastest vehicles available. So we've got Warlord and Cairo now making their way around. Let's see whether or not they'll be able to successfully rotate around the players here. But of course now, as you can see, Gorilla Gang Gaming just off there in the distance, being Puff Mac, Nanex, Womb Raider, and Apocalypse. Destiny going for really wide rotation all the way around them. You can see, of course, now going both ways. One over towards the west, one over towards the east. And of course now XO very close to the team here from Slime 4KT. So let's see, will they be able to get it? Will they find any of those hits over towards 4KT? So no crazy movements just yet. 4KT, of course, now just keeping a very watchful eye here on the players just up ahead. Oh, Anish gets punished right there. Beautiful hit from Xenon. Straight in towards Anish. So one down, few more to go. Of course, now XO down to only 2 players, that being Nishal and Starboy. You can see Nishal, of course, right here. Starboy now just putting in a few shots over towards 4KT. So let's see, will they be able to find that? And Starboy is now starting to rush in bit by bit. Nishal, of course, now still just holding up on the edge here. Not risking it too much just yet. NiBBLE just patiently waiting, trying to see if you can find this angle on Xenon. But of course now Xenon just moving back and forth all over the place. Ooh, the first few hits come in and find him. Up comes NiBBLE now rushing in. Will he get the thirst going? So we've got Aimer, of course, now just up ahead. Just moving up onto a little bit of higher ground here. We've got Storm off in the distance, moving up with that vehicle. There we go. Ooh, finds the angle, puts the hits. Oh, not enough to do adequate damage. But of course now Aimer is going to try and improve his position. Keep on pushing forward. Ooh, a little bit of pre-fire in anticipation. Finds the hit, finds the next one. Oh, gets caught in the reload. Luckily, he's got that little bit of a ditch in his way. And of course, they send the players from XO Redefined right back into that lobby. So beautifully done, well played. But of course now, as you can see, the remainder of the lobby, they're all starting to make their way on in towards that zone. But of course, iRUSH all the way still up in the far northwestern side. So I haven't rotated up into zone just yet. But of course, well, the rest of the lobby, they're all on the move, trying to find their positions. So we'll see how this goes. It is about to heat up as everyone just makes their way on in. So the Immortals pretty close to the Angels. We've got Untold, of course, now rolling up as well from that northern side. The Dragons also holding up. MEOW now moving up pretty close to the Dragons as well. So we might actually see a few hits coming in from this side, of course, depending on where the MEOW team rolls on up into. If they're going to move up over towards the Dragons, or if they're going to keep their distance and just try and kind of get a safe rotation on in. But of course now Snow might be there on the welcoming side of the opposing teams as they all now try to make their way on up in towards zone. Unique actually now putting a quick few hits in towards Snow. Snow just trying to get away. Sugar getting knocked out in the process there by Terry. So the hits are going off all over the place. Let's see, will Snow be able to hold on long enough? Ooh, Unique now getting ready to rush in. Up they come, turning up the heat. Bit of crossfire coming in as well. Snow now caught in a very tough predicament as the players here from Unique just keep on rushing and pushing. Ooh, being absolutely relentless. But of course now Snow just dashing all around it, trying to get out of dodge. Let's see, will Snow be able to survive this one? So Sugar is down. Biscuit is very low on health. We got Fluffy also just off in the distance somewhere, as you can see, of course, very close to the Dragons. So they are trying to move into better positioning. But of course now so many hits just going down all over the place. As you can see, it's also now starting to heat up ever so slightly within the central part of that zone. Or rather in the safe zone, as we see so many teams already in there, waiting now for Gorilla Gang Gaming and the players there from KARTERIA to actually get the rotation done and move on up into a zone. But of course now VEGETA now putting a few shots in. Swave getting hit in the process. That is what we want to see. But of course now the eXiles now turning up the aggression, trying to put in the hits, landing several hits on them. So Shark and VEGETA now just off in the distance. Nuke's also now trying to put in a few shots. He's taken quite a bit of damage. Swave also now having quite a bit of damage done to him there. And now everything is riding on VEGETA. Let's see if he'll be able to get that res in on his teammate. MG finishing Yanni off with a pan. Just because he can. Well done. We got Tank also just, you know, making his way around. But of course now we got the eXiles mobilizing themselves. Swave getting rest up in the process. There we go. Tank now just succumbing to his injuries. So VEGETA and Shark now left up on the ridge. But of course the eXiles have now creeped in closer towards them. You can see Cheddar now just pushing up the hill here. MG hot on his heels. Let's see, will they be able to find the shot? Shark and Vegeta, the last two remaining players here for the Vegeta team. Shark, of course, off in the distance. Vegeta just hiding in the smokes. But, of course, as we know, the smokes are going to, well, finish up pretty soon. So he'll be out in the open. But, of course, now the shots fly in from Shark. Cheddar taking quite a bit of damage. We've got the players there from Unique also doing a little bit of damage. Vegeta now getting ready to move on up, putting the shots in. Down he goes. Shark now is the last hopeful. Gun putting those hits into BBC as well, so the kill feed is definitely starting to heat up. Untold also now putting a quick few shots in towards BBC. Shark now just peeking out the window, but of course Cheddar finds the hit and sends him packing. Just like that, they are down and out. Lobby it is, but of course now the players there from iRUSH are also making their way on in from that northwesterly side, and we see the players here from Unique and EUPHORIA also still holding up in the blue zone right here on the edge of zone. Well, we'll see whether or not they're gonna get that rotation done, because they are in the red. The blue is hot on their heels, so off they go making that push for zone. But of course now EUPHORIA, they've not rotated up just yet, not decided to move. Seems like Unique is actually trying to challenge them for their position. So up comes Hainsley. Beautiful hit coming in from Hunter now. Not doing enough damage to Hainsley, but of course the second try does it. Let's see now, will any of them succumb to this red zone? As we've seen a few times, it can be pretty potent. Of course now Lord. Ooh, there we go. BBC getting hit, getting finished up right there. So this red zone should wrap itself up. There we go. Done and dusted. Ooh, another red zone. Double whammy on the red zone. All right, let's see. Will EUPHORIA be able to clutch this one out? So many hits, so many nades all over the place, and then also battling it out with that red zone. Just to add a little bit of insult to injury, as if that wasn't enough. As you can see now, the teams all just holding their front here, trying to see if they can find that angle. Also sending several grenades all over the place, trying to find those damage markers. Oh, Hainsley now trying to move up, puts a quick hit into Hound. Hunter and, of course, Frieza and Vegeta still holding off in the distance there. But we also have another team just behind them. Snow now moving up from MEOW. But of course that blue zone is inching its way forward, just doing a little bit of damage as it moves across. And the remainder of the team there from EUPHORIA actually now rotating away, moving up and flanking around, trying to find a safer alternative to make it up in towards the zone. As you can see, of course, now we've got 18 teams still remaining. So many hits still going in as Unique now starts moving forward and kind of just cleans up as they keep on pushing. But so many other teams still holding up in the zone. And of course the Dragons all the way up in the northern portion of the safe zone. So let's see, will they be able to defend this position? We got what is left of the MEOW team also just off on the side there. But Gun now starting to put a quick few shots in as well. Just putting those hits in towards the Black Clovers, who we saw get the chicken in the previous round. So pretty good position that we got here for... Well, this is not Gun, this is Not Gaming. Not Gaming in a pretty good position. Where's Gun? I miss Gun. Dun, dun. Oh, there. Clicked the wrong button. But anyway, the players here from Not Gaming, they're in a really good position. Got some great overwatch on this bridge. But of course now it depends on how the Black Clovers are going to be playing that one. So no engagements just yet. But of course now, as you can see, we're still waiting on these last few players to make their way on up in towards that zone. To find their position in there. Yeah, I think this one is going to be a really tough one, as there's so many players still left. And everyone still needs to find their spot. 18 teams, 60 players still alive. And of course, well, we're about to head into our third zone. Ooh, FaZe. Oh, something bad went down right there. Of course, Unique now getting 2 of their players knocked in the process. They're also caught out in the blue zone, so I don't think it's very likely that they'll make it up successfully. But of course now Zeus finds that hit over towards Jagger. As you can see, well, Dagger and Jagger. There we go. We got Zeno, Narcos, I can't read, and Yo-Yo. Let's see, Yo-Yo, what's up? Ooh, there we go. Got some more hits now coming in, as well as Unique is trying to make their way on up in towards zone. Jagger now already just rolling up. Ooh, are they going to try and push on in? Maybe. Yo-Yo just, well, showing the self-control there. Was about to start that engagement, but of course then decided, you know, maybe not just yet. There we go. So the players, of course, now just making their way around. Everyone now heading up in towards the next zone. As you can see, it shifted all the way over towards the southern portion now. So really quite the challenging spot to move on up into. But of course, the players here from iRUSH now getting hit pretty hard by the Immortals as they are trying to rotate themselves up into that zone as well. Ooh, Jixa puts a quid hit into Umar, Manchi, and Sahil. Now left on the defense. MFP also just up ahead of them. So we got Kratos, Matt, and Jixa just off in the distance. Quite a bit of a showdown happening here between the teams as everyone is now just putting those hits in. So let's see. Ooh, and this red zone is being pretty adamant as well. So you can see we've got a few teams already rotating up in towards the zone. That being the players from Mars, Destiny, KARTERIA, 4KT, Gun. We got the players from Not Gaming as well as BBC. And then also the Gorilla Gang Gaming team all the way over towards that far southern side. So their only way on to the mainland now would be to go for a bit of a swim. You can see iRUSH now making their way in as well. We got Destiny now also coming in the kill feed there. Well, 18 teams still remain. Ooh, the Immortals now in hot pursuit right behind the Angels. Of course, let's jump over to them. As you can see, the Immortals now just trying to find those hits. But of course now hitting some of the shade ports on the way. Angels seem to have been making a successful escape as they just keep on pushing into the distance. So BBC, of course, now also holding up there. The Black Clovers also on that southern island. But of course, now they might run straight in to the players here from Gorilla Gang Gaming. So let's see, will they be able to get it? Ooh, some more hits coming in. The kill feed there as well. As you can see, the teams now, Black Clover trying to find an approach. A random nade just blowing up there as well. So Gun and the eXiles being pretty close, of course. And well, BBC Nihal just chilling here in the van. Not moving up anywhere seriously too much just yet. He is, of course, the last hopeful for this team. So he's playing it as safe as he possibly can. Of course, you know, trying to not expose himself. Pretty good spot to hide in, though. I mean, just ever so slightly out of sight. But of course now, ooh, there we go. The action is about to go down. As you can see, the players from Unique now getting a quick few shots in. The players from Euphoria getting hits in Gun. And the eXiles about to go head to head. So they'll be facing off. Let's see who is going to be the victors of this confrontation. So Gun looking pretty good, pretty strong. KARTERIA also now coming in with the quick shots over towards Destiny there, as you can see in the kill feed as well. So the eXile sitting on 3 players. Ooh, Rogue Baby popping one in towards Jagger as well. A few hits now still flying back and forth. Nerf, Slim, Pyro, and Broly. All of them just making their way around, trying to find the appropriate spot to move up into. And of course, well, ooh, Kratos blowing himself and his mate up. Umar also just assisting in that ever so slightly. But of course now the battle is going down. So we've got Cheddar and Swave now holding their position. MG actually trying to rotate around. But of course Brody has spotted him. So let's see whether or not they'll be able to make that sneak attack successfully. Ooh, we can hear the shots now coming in there from 4KT as well. as they now also just moving up in towards the region here. We've got Destiny right behind them. Got the Martians up on the hill, and so many shots now starting to fly all over the place. Gun now deciding to rather move on back up in towards that zone. As you can see, it has shifted over towards the western side. Ooh, we got MEOW and EUPHORIA up here as well. Going head to head, just battling it out. There we go. The shots now fly, and EUPHORIA land the hits in on MEOW. So down they go. 4KT also now still on the approach, just on this eastern side. But of course now Gun is closing up on their position. Aimer getting hit by Brody. The eXiles now using that opportunity to try and improve their position. But of course now we got 4KT down to their last hopeful, which is Storm, as you can see on screen here. So waiting to see. Ooh, there we go. Nerf putting quite a bit of hits into Cheddar there, but also taking a little bit of damage in the process. You can see Gorilla Gang Gaming now getting hit in the kill feed as well, and Broly actually coming up with a really wide rotation, trying to move all the way on over towards that southern end. Destiny also keeping a watchful eye on the players here from Mars, as they are trying to make their entry in towards zone. We also see the players there from Gorilla Gang now just swimming across the water, coming up on that mini-map, inching their way forward over towards the mainland. And of course now Mars heading out, trying to rotate around the zone. But of course now so many hits flying up. Blue zone also in play. MG just up ahead. Oh, going head to head with Broly. Up comes that blue zone. Ooh, Broly just managing to get enough health in, and MG finds him right there on the edge. Oh, down he goes. They just make it in towards zone, but of course now the shots are going off all over the place as the action is just lighting up on this map. We've got the players here from Untold, of course, you can see just holding their position here, trying to defend it with all they've got. We've got the Dragons trying to move in. We've got so many teams, so many players just trying to find their way on up in towards the zone, but of course it is proving to be quite the challenge. As you can see, the players there from Gorilla Gang Gaming now just out in the water, succumbing to the damage from all the opposing teams one by one. The players there from Destiny also suffering quite a few casualties in the process, and Cairo is the last hopeful. The hits just come in, and of course up comes that 8 scope. Absolutely fantastic shooting coming in there. Let's see, will the players here from KARTERIA be able to hold up against the Black Clovers, as they are also battling for control of what is left on the southern island. The zone, of course, now about to switch on up within the next 50 seconds or so. You got NiBBLE also now still trying to get out of the blue zone. So it's really proving to be quite a challenging zone. There we go. So KARTERIA now. Well, I think they're down to... Oh, they're only 2. Yeah. Ares and Coming. Those are the last 2 remaining players here for KARTERIA. Of course, the players from Black Clovers still sitting on a full squad. Oh, we got some more action right here. The IMMORTALZ now rushing on in. Oh, Not Gaming getting hit in the process. The IMMORTALZ coming up with a pretty impressive push there. But of course, well... Ooh... Not Gaming done with them just yet. Zeus finds those finishing blows and sends them packing. Well done, well played. And of course now we are left with 11 teams. Got 26 players still remaining. And of course they all need to find their way on up in towards the zone. As you can see, the players here from KARTERIA just trying to put those hits in. Of course, a few shots coming in from off in the distance there. The players from Untold just getting a fantastic reach all the way across the water. The blue zone, of course, now moving up. As you can see, everyone now trying to outswim the blue zone. The Angels also just surfing the coast. Black Clover doing pretty much the same thing. But of course now... Ooh... You can see those hits come in as the hits just keep flowing. The Angels just capitalizing on their current position. Of course, the players there from Not Gaming also now trying to make their improvements. Ooh, move on up as much as they can, but so many hits all over the place. And of course, quite the battle going down right here with Snitch, and he finds the hits right into the Angels. Sends them all packing. It is done and dusted. So fantastic play coming in right there. Schnitz soloing that one. Wow. That was just insane. Well done, well played. But of course now, 8 teams, 14 players. Got still a few players left up in that blue zone. As you can see, the team there from Gun also now trying to get their rotation done. Move themselves up in towards the zone. But of course, now the players here also just putting in those shots. This being the players there from Gorilla Gang Gaming. Got the Dragons still just up ahead and right on the other end of this little bump that we see Apocalypse hiding behind. We've got the players there from the Black Clovers, you can see. So 3 solos right here. Ooh, Dagger, no surprise there. Out in the open, down he goes. 6 teams remaining, 12 players still alive. We got Guns sitting on the far northern edge. And of course, we got the eXile sitting over towards that far eastern edge. The zone about to move up within the next 5 seconds. So Slim and Pyro trying to find the angles on Swave and MG. But of course now the heads come back over towards them. Acid blowing himself and his teammates up. Apocalypse finds the head in on Schnitz. And there we go. Gun now rushing up towards zone. The eXiles have quite some distance to cover. But of course now they're also heading in towards that zone. Apocalypse might very well be on the receiving end here. Depending of course on where the eXiles are going to rotate on up to. They choose to move on up right towards Untold. Up they come. Swave getting caught with a beautiful hit right there off the edge. But of course now MG moves up, puts a quick hit in as well, and he goes down. Down goes the players there from the eXiles. We've got Apocalypse now on the approach as well. 4 teams remaining, taking quite a bit of damage. The players from Untold just putting in hit after hit. So not gaming. We've got the players from Gorilla Gang. Oh, succumbing to Untold. There we go. 3 teams now remain. Oh, Gun not looking too great. Down to their last player, that of course being Pyro. So we've got Untold, Gun, and then of course the players there from Not Gaming. So 3 teams, a 1v2 v squad. Oh, let's see, will Pyro be able to get this one going? Fairly decent position that he's got himself in there, of course, but well, let's see. The players here from Not Gaming still trying to find their way on up in towards zone. Players from Untold don't really have themselves in zone just yet. Of course, depending on which compound they move on up into. But Turbo seems to be holding up a pretty good position. Hydra now, of course, just there on the edge. Zeus trying to quick scope a few shots. There we go. So now they're starting to rush on in towards that more central portion. Ooh, Rolex just there on the edge. And we might actually see Pyro. Yep, there we go. Pyro coming in with those third-party shots. But of course now Zeus rushing forward up in towards Untold. Zeus trying to get in to that dumpster. Doesn't make it in. But of course now Acid is dead. There we go. Down he goes. That blue zone just devouring him. But of course now it is Pyro up against the players from Untold. So let's see, will he be able to find the necessary hits and do the necessary damage? Will he clutch it? Or will Untold get it? But of course you can see Pyro keeping a very watchful eye in the surrounding area. Ooh, those nades now starting to get flung in his direction, and they find him. Down he goes. Well done to Untold, getting a beautiful win there, finishing it off with 14 kills. Gun, of course, coming in with 6 kills in second place. Not Gaming in third place with 3 kills. We got the players there from Gorilla Gang Gaming with 4 kills in fourth place. The eXiles finishing up with 13 kills in fifth. The Dragons with 4 in sixth. Of course, got the Black Clovers with 1 in 7th. We got BBC in 8th place. We got the Angels in 9th place with 2. Got KARTERIA with 4 kills in 10th place. We got EUPHORIA with 5 kills in 11th. We got the IMMORTALZ with 6 kills in 12th place. And of course, the players from 4KT with 4 kills in 13th place. We got Mars finishing it up with 1 kill in 14th. Destiny with 1 kill in 15th. We got MEOW in 16th place. We got iRUSH in 17th. We got the players from Unique with 3 kills in 18th. We of course got the players from VEGETA Gaming in 19th. XO Redefined finishing up in 20th place with 2 kills. Endgame in 21st. And of course the players from Force 4 getting sent back to that lobby first over in 22nd position. But of course, there we go. There we have it. That is our second match. We've got 2 more still to come. So be sure, don't go anywhere. And of course, we'll bring you right back into the action. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And of course, leave a like. Leave us with a comment telling us which team do you think is going to clutch it out for today. Who do you think is going to dominate? So far, we've seen a pretty good performance coming in. Of course, the players from Black Clovers clutching the first game. We got Untold clutching the second one. We got 2 more to go. So let us know your thoughts. And of course, see you guys in a few. So here we go.
One chance, one shot, one chance, one move, one dance, one shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, one chance, one move, one dance, one shot, brace yourself for the best.
Sitting at the same old workplace. What's the point of this chase? To just bite our old tail. Wishing that something would change, that we could turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so free in a world of our fantasies, flying on dragons through sky-high cities. These are childhood dreams. It's how we used to be when we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams. Oh, 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 oh. so lightweight. When I think back to those days, but then we went our own ways. I'm thinking about what needs to change, that we can turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so free in a world of our fantasy, digging up treasures and sailing across the sea. These are childhood dreams, it's how we used to be when we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams. Oh, 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 our childhood dreams. These are childhood dreams, it's how it used to be when we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams.
Left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive. Still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow unreal intertwined, and you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching
What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, so we're about to head into our third match for the evening. Of course, we're heading right back to Erangel. So it's going to be Erangel up next, and then after that we'll be heading up in towards Miramar once more. So yeah, about to get everything done and dusted. But of course, well, let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to clutch out this round? Will we see the players from Black Clover getting yet another chicken in this round, or will it go over towards another team? But of course, well, let me know your thoughts in the chat, and we're just waiting for this final, well, this final button flick, of course, to get into place. Waiting for a few more players to get in towards their positions, and of course, well, then we'll get it started. So yeah, only a few moments left, but of course, well, we saw pretty insane play coming in there on the Miramar map. Pretty tough finish right there on the end, and of course that blue zone just devouring so many players. And what a fantastic finishing nade that was. I mean, right there on the end, absolutely fantastic. And of course, Untold just sending that in, putting that one up there. Well, yeah, causing quite a bit of damage. And well, there we go. There we have it. That was, well, the end of that previous match. So looking forward to seeing how this next one is going to be going. And of course, which teams will be dominating on the Erangel map. Also curious to see whether or not the flight zone is going to be any different from what we've been seeing over the previous two games. And of course, what do you think the zone's going to be doing? Do you think we're going to have a northern zone, southern zone, east, west, or central? For me, honestly, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But of course, well, I wouldn't mind another southern zone. So definitely we'll be seeing how that one is going, and of course where these teams are going to be moving over towards. So yeah, well, the match has just started, so we're about to jump into the action. Of course, we can have a quick look at the teams that we've got in the lobby once more. So without much further ado, once everything is loaded up properly, we'll jump right in. And drum roll, please. Come on, come on. And here we go. All right, so here we go. Here we have it. And of course, as you can see, we got the players there from Gun in the second slot there. Slot 2, we've got the players from Mars in 3. We've got the Angels in 5. BBC in 6. We got iRUSH in 7. Black Clovers in 8. We got the players from the Dragons in 9. We've got End Gaming in slot 10. Unique in 11. We've got VEGETA Gaming in 12. Not Gaming in 14. We've got the players from the IMMORTALZ in 15. We've got the team there from Untold in 16th. We've got Force 4 in 17th. KARTERIA in 18. EUPHORIA in 19. We've got Destiny in 20th. We also have the players from MEOW over in 21. We got the players there from Gorilla Gang in 22. We got XO Redefined in 23. We got 4KT in 24. And then, of course, the eXiles over in slot 25. So, there we go. There we have it. Let's look at the map. Yeah, interesting zone, or rather map flight path that we've got right there. Struggling to find the right words to explain what I'm seeing. But, of course, as you can see, a very southern flight path. So curious to see where these teams are going to be dropping. Are they going to be rotating north? Well, that obviously will be determined by where the zone comes in. So we'll see how it goes, where the teams choose to rotate on about trying to rotate on up into. Wow, that was so difficult to say. It's no pressure, no pressure. Alright, so, well, a few teams already starting to make their way down. As you can see, it is looking, well, potentially a little bit spicy. Let's go for that. How spicy? No idea. But we'll see where these teams drop on up into. Here we go. So Force 4, End Gaming, as well as the players from Black Clovers dropping out across over that Sosnovka military island, alongside the players from 4KT as well. BBC, no surprise, going for their usual spot. And then, of course, moving over to this western side, you can see the teams now just moving up in what seems to be a pretty impressive line, though. So let's see where the zone is going to take us. The players there from Gun, of course, dropping in their usual spot as well, right over in Quarry. Right, so quite a bit of movement still happening across the board. There we go, the zone shifting up in towards the northeast. Wow. What a mix-up that is. Of course, we see so many teams sitting all the way over here in the southwestern side. So they've got quite some distance to cover to make it on up in towards the zone. But of course, let's jump up into the Sosnovka military base. Ooh, Tigress putting a quick hit into Hunter. The Black Clovers, of course, now just closing in on the players here from Force 4. So let's see. We got Kronos just waiting on the side there. Superior puts a quick hit in towards Zeus as well. So quite a bit of a distance for these teams to cover to make it up into a zone. But of course, you can see it's getting pretty spicy there by that western bridge. We got some hits now coming over towards Azrael, as the team now just tries to put in a few cover shots to rotate a little bit further away. But of course, now it is also looking pretty spicy up in that northern portion. So let's jump over here to the bridge. You can see Superior just keeping a watchful eye. Ooh, Sugar just blowing up their vehicle. There we go. Frieza puts in a quick hit over towards the Angels as well. But of course, now Superior steps it up, puts the hits across over towards the players there from Not Gaming. Jagger, of course, just up ahead, right behind his teammate. Ooh, Superior finds the hit. So got Angry and Sorry also just there on the edge. It seems like Superior's getting ready to rush on in. Ooh, the shot's now flying straight up towards him. Ooh, he's going for the thirst. There we go. So Sorry and Angry now pushing up, trying to get those reses going on their teammates. But of course now got Superior just really capitalizing on what his position is. And of course now just causing quite a bit of damage across the way. You can see the Angels there also now engaging with the players from Euphoria. Ares now rushing up right on the players here. Oh, down he goes. Superior now rushing up once again. Ooh, the Angels also taking quite a bit of damage there from Euphoria. How is that rotation by Angry? He rotates all the way right around them. Wow. But of course now, well, they've got 2 players remaining. Let's jump up into Euphoria and the Angels. Let's see. Ooh, the hits are coming in from Hound. Finds another one in on Tigress. Muffin still alive. Ooh. Finds the hit on Frieza. But of course, well, it wasn't enough. The hits just keep on flying from Euphoria, and of course sending them right on off into that lobby. The Immortals now taking a bit of damage in the kill feed as well. As you can see, there's still quite a few shots happening over towards that bridge. But of course now the Immortals up here on the western side, just closing in on the team that you can see just up ahead of them. That of course being the team there from MEOW. So Sahil just trying to find those hits, trying to find those shots. Ooh. There we go. Fluffy now returning the favor. Putting the hits right in towards Sahil. It's a beautiful defense, of course. But now let's jump back over towards the players here from KARTERIA. As we've got Ares and Coming. They're now getting rushed by Not Gaming. Ooh, it is heating up. Let's see. Will KARTERIA be able to find these hits? Oh, there we go. Sahil getting thirsted. Zeus now just succumbing to his injuries. And of course, Luffy going down as well. So 2 players remain for KARTERIA, 2 players remain for Not Gaming. Here we go, Xenon now putting a quick few shots in over towards the Black Clovers. That, of course, over on the Sosnovka Island. So let's see, let's see. We got Sorry and Jagger just inching their way forward. Jagger, of course, now keeping Overwatch here. Just as a backup for some supportive cover fire there. But of course now, well, let's see. Will Sorry be able to get up into a good position? The IMMORTALZ now opening fire towards MEOW once again. And of course now we have a team rolling up from the Sosnovka Island. That being the players here from End Gaming. 4KT now just taking those engagements as well. Putting their heads in right over towards the players as everyone is now trying to make their way off of that Sosnovka Island. But the heads just keep on flying. As you can see, 4KT already taking down 2 of the players here from Black Clover. So we got Dagger just bleeding out slowly but surely. We got Yo-Yo and Narcos. Yeah, nowhere near their team. But of course now KARTERIA. Ooh, getting a hit. Oh, they actually got their hits in as well on Not Gaming. Well done. KARTERIA sends them backing right back into that lobby. So well done, well played. We are now left with 19 teams. But of course now just waiting to see where our next bit of engagements will be coming from. So we're waiting for this blue zone to close in as well. As you can see, the teams, quite a few of them still holding up on that position up in North and South George. So waiting to see where those teams are going to be rotating up into. But of course now the shots still flying up here from Ares. They are not done just yet. Of course coming now also trying to find a few hits over towards the endgame. There we go. Gun finds that last hit. Oh, runs Fluffy over. Oh, down goes Snow. Gun just popping those hits in. Alright, so another team getting sent back into the lobby. We are down to 18 teams. 62 players still alive. So let's see. Where is everyone going to be going? Of course, the zone is still pretty open up in this northern portion. Just look at that. There's some pretty decent spots to move up into there as well. So we'll see what the teams do and, of course, where they move on up into. But the players here from Force 4 now trying to find their way up across this bridge. As everyone is now just trying to land these hits in on next. Oh, down he goes. There we go. Beautiful push coming in right there. But, of course, now you can see the players here from KARTERIA also just rotating out, making their way on off into the distance there. But of course not moving too far away. They're trying to get that angle on the players from End Gaming. Let's see, will they be able to pull it off? End Gaming, of course, now making their way through their vehicles. They're trying to get on up, but now forced to move back into the compound. So things changing ever so slightly there for the team. But of course now the remainder of the lobby, they're all starting to make their way on up. Waiting to see where this blue zone is going to be going. But of course also right behind them we've got Force 4 sitting up in that northeasterly side. So KARTERIA needs to be careful. They could still be hit quite hard. As you can see, the shots not coming in. Down goes Ares, getting double whammied. One hit coming in from End Gaming and the other one coming in from Force 4. But of course, that blue zone is on its way as well. So the teams really need to get their butts into that zone. As you can see, everyone now just pushing on in, trying to find a good position in that zone. So still waiting on these teams. We've got all the way out in the blue here. Let's see, will Force 4 make it up? It seems like they are rushing straight on up in towards the zone. But of course now let's jump up here to the players from iRUSH as they are now just rushing their way through the zone. Oh, their vehicle gets blown up in the process. Cheddar and MG just putting those heads straight in towards them. Of course now iRUSH just trying to pull up into the compound on the side here. You can see Matt making his way around. Ooh, getting run over by his teammate while he's trying to move up towards that wall. Let's see, will he be able to find any of those hits on the eXiles? Here we go, here we go. eXiles rotating up ever so slightly, just increasing their position here, just inching forward, creeping up on iRUSH. Oh, down goes Matt. We got Hound also just off on the distance here with nukes as the players from EUPHORIA roll on up. Oh, nukes trying to find the hits. Doesn't find any of them just yet, but of course now Hound is just bleeding out slowly but surely. As you can see, the players of course here from iRUSH also now caught in a fairly tough position as nukes now sends that nade over to Hound, knocks him out, sends him right back. So let's see, will iRUSH be able to defend their position here? Got the players from EUPHORIA, of course. Now they've rotated up elsewhere, moved up in towards a different position. But of course, Untold and the players there from Mars also making their entry into zone, coming in from that far western side. Cheddar getting knocked in the process there by Jigsaw. Pretty good position up on this top story right here, trying to find the hits in on NG. MG, of course, taking quite a bit of damage. So from Mars also now just inching their way forward, just actually sneaking up, and the hits between them and Untold, of course, now just going down all over the place. Untold down to what could be their final few players, of course. Now Rolex taking quite a bit of damage here, and Aatrox also seems to be in a little bit of damage, but of course now trouble rather. Ooh. Let's see, will Mr. Faker be able to get any of these hits in as the Martians now down to their last two remaining players. So many hits coming in all over the place now. The kill feed starting to light up once again. And of course the eXiles going head to head still here with the players from iRUSH. As you can see, Kratos and Jigsaw now as they are getting rushed by the eXiles. Up they come, down goes Jigsaw. Kratos now getting that quick res in on Matt, but of course now let's see, will they be able to defend their position long enough? Ooh, unique Terry getting hit, I assume, by the red zone. MG sends that one up towards Matt, so everything now riding on Kratos. Sends a quick molly. Ooh, Cheddar coming in with that nade though. Oh, Swave, sorry. So Faker and Blaze trying to find it. Ooh, Faker finds the hit in on Hydro. Blaze also now popping off a quick few shots as he's now closing in from behind, but of course gets hit by third-party shots. KARTERIA coming, just putting those hits straight in towards him. So all the pressure now on, well, Mr. Faker right here as his teammate just gets taken down. Only a few hits to go, and of course the players from Untold will then be sent back into the lobby. So let's see, will Faker be able to get it? He's now trying to move on up. Oh, still out in the open. KARTERIA in a pretty good position right there up on the hill. Oh, but of course some great shots coming up from Faker now as well. One hit could spell the end there for the players there from KARTERIA. But of course now Faker needs to watch out. If he moves too far to the one side, he puts himself in quite a bit of danger. We've got the players there from VEGETA Gaming, of course, also now taking up quite a bit of a fight with the players there from Force 4 as well as BBC. You can see those hits just coming in. Oh, yep, there we go. Mr. Faker not being able to position himself well enough behind that rock, and of course coming, just finding those hits and sends him off. But, well, as you can see, the zone is just getting cram-packed with players all over the place. We've got 16 teams remaining, and of course now let's jump over towards the players here from Force 4. Oh, as they are moving in on VEGETA Gaming, and Yanni steps it up, puts the hit into Scout, and sends them back Well done, well played. But of course now BVC also still in the mix, not too far away either. So we're waiting to see how this one is going to go. Who's going to be able to claim Yasnaya for themselves? We've got the gun team, of course, now rotating up all the way up in towards that northern portion. We've got the team here from 4KT, of course, very close to the eXiles as well. So Xenon now putting in quite a barrage of shots in the direction there of the eXiles, as you can see. But, well, we also have a bit of a movement happening right behind them. Oh, Vex now getting hit by Swave. The red zone also now coming into the mix. So definitely adding a little bit to the difficulty there of things. And, well, we've got the eXiles now mobilizing themselves, getting ready. Up they come, rushing in straight towards 4KT. Let's see, will they be able to get these hits going as they now move in bit by bit, trying to surround the 4KT team here. Ooh, mollies and nades all over the place once again. Oh, so many hits now just coming in, and the eXile starting to push in bit by bit. Turning up the pressure on 4KT, but of course now Aimer, Fex, and Xenon just holding up right there next to each other. And of course Storm now. Let's see, will Storm try and maybe flank around, trying to find that different angle. There we go. Oh, yes! Nicely done. Oh! Storm with a successful push around the edge there, but of course now their hits are not stopping just yet, and they wipe the eXiles. Well freaking done to 4KT, landing those hits, and of course Aimer coming in, doing the necessary damage. But of course now Xenon getting hit by the red zone as well. Oh man, what a tough one this has been so far. But of course now let's jump up in towards the zone. As you can see, the teams all now moving their way forward once again, heading on in towards the zone. BBC now holding up right here in the zone. We've got the players, of course, from Destiny just off in the distance, and we also have the team from Unique just closing in on their position as well. We've got Lord, of course, now trying to find those few hits over towards Destiny. As you can see, Cairo now just making that rotation and heading off into, well, a few directions. Ooh. So let's see, as you can see, just look at the positioning of the teams here. Gorilla Gang, of course, now also just trying to move on up here, trying to force their position on the players here from the Black Clovers. Oh, that first hit comes in, and of course now everything is riding on Narcos. Oh, well, just like that, it is done. Nanex finds the hit and sends them packing, but of course now we got Gun up on the hill as well, getting ready to move on up. Will they rush up in towards the players here from Gorilla Gang, or are they going to try and move up in towards a different position? As you can see, here comes the players. Everyone now just rushing in. Gorilla Gang are looking pretty good though, still sitting with all 4 players, but of course now Gun also sitting on 4. So Gun just inching their way forward, creeping up bit by bit, just leapfrogging their way up in towards this compound. So let's see, will Gun be able to pull this one off? Will they clutch it out against Gorilla Gang, or will Gorilla Gang clutch it out against Gun? Alright, so Gun now making their move, just inching their way forward once again. But of course now Nerf moving up in towards that position in the window, trying to find the angle on the gorillas. Oh, down goes Nanex. Broly just putting the hit in. And of course now Slim getting ready to rush straight on in. Oh, so many more hits now coming in. Oh, down goes Slim. Got Nerf now also just moving up, and Pyro now just rolling up as well. Womb Raider now trying to land the finishing few hits in towards Nerf. But of course, Nerf coming up with a beautiful jump shot, gets the hits in. And well, the players here from Gorilla Gang. Oh, ooh, beautiful play there by Apocalypse. Jump out the window, gets the hits. But of course, Broly, sneak attack ninja right over the wall. Sends them right back on in. Well, 11 teams now remain. And of course, as you can see, the players there from Unique and BBC have already rotated up. A pretty good position in zone. We've got Destiny also now rolling on in. 4KT also making their way through the zone. We got the Dragons, VEGETA Gaming. We got Euphoria. Well, the players from N-Gaming, Gun. And then, of course, Untold all still to find their way on up in towards that zone. Ooh, 4KT already starting their assault on the players there from BBC. Just trying to inch those shots through a little opening there. But of course, well, you can see we've got Skydo also just holding out on the edge here. Just lying out in the open field. Got Destiny also now rolling up in the northern portion, but of course now hard on their heels. We've got another team coming in right behind them. You can hear it is just starting to light up all over the place as the teams all now try and find a pretty good position. But of course now, I don't know who Ainsley is shooting at while he's just doing some tire practice. So let's see, will BBC be able to get these hits in on 4KT? A lot of potential baiting actually happening here, as you can hear the players just putting in the shots. None of them really necessarily finding their spot though, but they are really just trying to lure the players out into a different position where they can find a better angle on them. But of course now, this eastern side of the zone looking pretty hot as well. Let's see, we got N-Gaming now making their way. Just holding up on the compound right behind the players there from Destiny. And of course, right behind them, we've got the players here from Euphoria. Now also just rushing in to that zone. Oh, there we go. Frieza finds the first one. Envy now. Oh, Gun about to come in with third-party shots over towards Euphoria as well. Envy now left to defend himself against the team here from Euphoria as they try and move up. But of course now we got a few more shots coming in as well right there from VEGETA Gaming. So in-game now getting hit in the process. So many hits, so many shots all over the place. There we go. Oh, pre-fire is the name. Oh, Envy finds that first one on Frieza. Goes for quick burst, but of course now not focusing on the opponent that is trying to push on in as well. Well, there we go. So that was a unsuccessful first attempt. You see the Dragons now making their way on up in towards the zone as well. Just rotating up to improve their position. So many hits still going off in all over the place. But, well, the Dragons now getting hit in the process. Destiny also taking a little bit of damage, but just putting the pain in on Unique. We've got Ainsley in a fairly tough position. We got Gun now on the approach as well. Up they come, rushing in on the zone. Untold now putting a few shots in. Slim actually jumping out of the vehicle a little bit prematurely there, but of course, well, here they are just trying to close on in on this position. But of course now Pyro pops a quick hit in from the opposite end of the bridge. Down they go. Unique gets sent back into the lobby, and of course Slim landing the finishing blows there. But well, we've got 8 teams remaining now, 23 players still alive. So let's see who will be able to clutch it out. We've got VEGETA, of course, now just trying to put that nade in right behind Destiny. But of course now Destiny putting the hits over towards him as well. BBC, of course, holding up on the southern end. But you can see the players from 4KT just up ahead of them, and Untold also now just trying to rotate on in. Oh, they're moving up to where Fex is, so we might see a third-party shot from Fex actually coming in. Here we go. Fex just lying in wait, and he bounces. Sends Untold right into the lobby. But of course now 4KT still need to find their way on into that zone. 7 teams remain. As you can see, we've got Destiny, the Dragons, BBC, 4KT, Gun. Oh, and a massacre right on this end. Oh. Oh, such carnage all over the place. What? No, go back, go back, go back. Alright, so BBC still holding up pretty well. Ooh. Down goes VEGETA with the Dragons putting the nails in the coffin. 7 teams remain. Ooh. Nihal and Valak. Oh, beautifully done. But of course now everything here for 4KT riding on Storm and Xenon. Let's see if they'll be able to clutch this one out as they face off against BBC. Oh, beautiful strafing coming in right there. Xenon now moving up. Would it be a clutch? Oh, yes. Down he goes. BBC finds their hits and, of course, sends them packing right there. You can see Slim now popping off a quick few hits, but the Dragons also now taking the engagement with the players there from VEGETA. So VEGETA Gaming just off in the distance. I'm waiting to see VEGETA shoot VEGETA. You know, I think that'd be quite funny. Ooh, Yanni taking some damage. So come VEGETA. Go shoot VEGETA. Right, so VEGETA from EUPHORIA still just making his way through the water there. In a little bit of trouble. But of course now Gun landing those hits in on the players there from Destiny. As they are quite exposed, as you can see. Making their way back and forth. Trying to see if they can find any angles, but the shots now relentlessly flying up here from the Dragons over towards VEGETA Gaming. Yanni getting hit in the process. BBC just stepping up with a bit of an assist there. Wow. 5 teams remain. 14 players, and of course, Gun still in the mix trying to land their hits. They land several more hits over towards the players there from VEGETA Gaming. VEGETA actually now... well, the potential lone survivor for the team, unless, of course, he can find his way up into that zone and just try and improve that. But, of course, now BBC also getting hit. Nice third-party steal coming in here from Destiny. As you can see, BBC now just trying to find their way on up in towards that zone. Lord, the last hopeful, trying to out-heal the blue zone. Blue zone. Blue zone. That's a new one. We got the Dragons just in front of him here. Oh, Destiny just taking the hits in on the Dragons. But of course now BBC succumbing to the zone. Oh, Destiny down to, well, they lost and only to, well, the Dragons rather. I don't know why I said Destiny. Destiny still sitting on 3. Gun sitting on 3 as well. The Dragons, same 2 players they started with. Here they are, still alive. But of course now zone shifting up over towards Destiny. So Gun and the Dragons need to get on up into that position. We've got Broly, of course, just up on the edge here. We've got Pyro and Slim. Waiting for that move from Destiny. But of course Destiny now seems pretty confident. Let's see. I don't know what Hacken is doing. But okay, let's go with that. So here we have the Dragon still over towards the south. Get Gun still over towards the west. There we go. The Dragons now trying to rush on in. Schnitz getting hit in the process. Oh, full rush from Destiny. Blade coming in with a little bit of suppressive fire there. Puts some of the hits over in towards Destiny. But of course now Gun also trying to improve their position. So let's see. Blade about to rotate up as well. Up he comes. He's going to try and move through the smokes. Moving up right behind his teammate. But Hacker finds the shots. Well, Hacker and Godless and sends them backing. Of course, now it is Gun going up against Destiny. That blue zone shrinking in. Of course, now Gun just deploying their wall of smokes all over the place so they can try and successfully get into the zone. And of course, well, now Destiny seems to be on the prowl trying to find the angles on Gun. Up they come. We got Hacker already rotating up over towards his spoils right here on the edge. Got Broly, Pyro, and Slim still left there for the gun team. And of course, Hacker, Cairo, and Godless. Godless now actually going up on the roof. You can see Broly and Pyro just up ahead. Cooks a grade, sending it over towards Slim. Oh, up comes a molly as well in exchange. Oh, Godless gets caught in the molly. Oh. What a turn of events that was. Hacker now trying to move up. Broly puts the hit straight into him. So everything now riding on Pyro unless he can get that res in on Slim. Cairo now just trying to inch his way over towards the side. So Pyro and Slim now. There we go. The res is done. Up comes the nade. You know, hasn't reached far enough though, but the blue zone is closing up once again. There we go. Slim has boosted up his health ever so slightly. There we go. Alright, so Broly has been finished off. Slim and Pyro now with the assault. Slim in the blue. Godless. Oh! Riding on Slim. Will Slim get it? He's out in the blue zone. Oh, and he's dead. Well done. The players from Destiny get the chicken dinner with 7 kills. Well done. Well played. Gun, of course, finishing their play off there. As you can see, with 11 kills in second. The Dragons in third place with 3 kills. We got BBC with, well, 6 kills in fourth place. Let's just mute this. There we go. Thank you so much. Vegeta Gaming finishing in 5th place with 4 kills. Igasi wrapping it up with 6 kills in 6th place. Of course, 4KT then in 7th place, coming in with a very impressive 11 kills. We got Untold with 1 kill in 8th place. We got the players from Unique finishing in 9th place. Endgaming with 1 kill in 10th place. We got the players from eXile Redefined in 11th. We've got the Gorilla Gang team, of course, in 12th place with 4 kills. We got the Black Clovers in 13th. We got the eXiles finishing with 5 kills in 14th. KARTERIA with 6 kills in 15th place. Force 4 with 3 kills in 16th. We got Mars with, well, in 17th place. We got iRUSH in 18th place. We got MEOW finishing it up with 4 kills in 19th place. And of course, the Immortals with 2 kills in 20th. Not Gaming with 2 kills in 21st. And of course, the Angels in 22nd with only 1 kill. All right, so there we go. There we have it. That was our 3rd round. So next up is Miramar. So again, without much further ado, we're going to jump into the intermission while we wait for this next round to get underway. So we'll see you guys back in a few.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Break the cycle now. Walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Leaving me hard with every step I take. Yeah. Cycle down, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look my fear right in the eye. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive.
Oh no, that is what they all say when they see me pouring some oil. Oh, think it's empty again. Better fill it up before I go. Cause I'm loving it, feeling it, touch me and being it. See what I see in it, I'm typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How sad. Oh boy, got so hot I forgot what I should have thought of before. Sure ain't easy for you to let go of the rules, cause that's so much fun. Are you loving the feeling it? Touch me, are you in it? Don't see what you're seeing, but typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, please let it go. Oh no, think I did it again. I said a few things that I shouldn't have done. Well, bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. Now come alive with me and quit the jealousy. I know you're bored, I know it's boring me. Now come alive, baby, get out the grave and I know you're bored. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How does it
Oh darling, if I had bought you flowers, would you still be here by my side? Yeah, I thought this moment could be ours, while I'm walking lonely through the night. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. Darling, if I had bought you flowers, what if you stayed at home the night? Yeah, I've been lonely counting.
Welcome back, guys. All right, so we're about to move into our last match of the evening. That, of course, is going to be on the Miramar map. So, well, yeah, we're going to jump straight on into that. Then, of course, well done to Destiny for getting that victory in the previous round. So what's great to see is that we've got quite a bit of a mix-up between who gets that chicken at the end of the day. So, of course, let me know, who do you think is going to clutch it out in this match? This is the final one of the day. And of course, well, yeah, so let's jump into the lobby, have a quick look at the teams, and then, of course, where that flight path is going to be taking us. All right, so as we can see there, we've got Gun once again in slot 2. We've got the players from Mars in 3. We've got the Angels sitting over in 5. We've got BBC in 6. We've got the players there from iRUSH over in 7. We've got the Black Clovers in 8. The Dragons in 9. We've got End Gaming in slot 10. We've got the players from Unique in 11. We've got VEGETA Gaming in 12. Not Gaming in 14. The IMMORTALZ in 15. We've got UNTOLD in 16. We've got Force 4 in 17. We've got KARTERIA, of course, in 18. We've got EUPHORIA in 19. We've got Destiny in 20. We got the players from MEOW over in 21. We've got Gorilla Gang in 22. Got XO Redefined in 23, 4KT in 24, and then, of course, the eXiles over in slot 25. And, of course, as you can see there, our flight path also taking us across the map there, coming in from that eastern side, just east of Al Azhar, and, of course, heading straight over towards the trailer park. The slight change up from what we saw in our previous Miramar map. But of course, well, we'll see where the teams are going to be going. And of course, which positions it is that we're going to be finding them in. Right, so as you can see, a lot of the teams now just splitting up in all directions, heading quite well in, I don't know what I was going for there, heading into different positions. Quite, I don't know. Yeah, there we have it, a new way of saying something. If you find out what it is that I was trying to say, please let me know. So I also know. But of course, now XO Redefined going head to head here with Force 4 right out the gate. Kronos up on the roof. Oh, everything riding on Shane. Will he be able to get any hits into NiBBLE? He gets the hit. Beautifully shot by Shane. Of course, now Kronos jumping off the roof. We got a few shots coming in from behind. There we go. Shane now just adding a little bit more ammo to the mix. Going for the reds on his teammate. Let's see. Will Shane get this? Oh. Oh. What? Absolutely boss play coming in from Shane here. Oh, but it's not enough. Force forward just finishes him off. So well done, well played. There we go. We got the eXiles also in the kill feed now, just taking it up with the players there from Unique. We got VEGETA Gaming here with Untold. Right, so doesn't seem like they're gonna take any engagements just yet. Ooh, Euphoria and 4KT up in this northeastern side as well. Let's see. We got Aimer, of course, now on the approach, closing in on the team. Xenon also just up ahead, already crossed over towards that road. But VEGETA just patiently waiting here. You see Aimer just up on the top there as well. So pretty interesting drops that these teams have come into though. The zone, of course, now staying pretty much in the central portion of the map here. So no crazy shift by the zone just yet. The players have a little bit of a better opportunity to, well, improve their play. But of course, now you can see 4KT landing a quick shot into Freezer right there. Aimer doing some of the dirty work. Ooh, Aimer gets the thirst. So let's see, will VEGETA be able to get this one? Stuck there with his Winchester. Oh, there we go. Some more hits now coming in over towards the eXile side and right over in to Picardo. There we go. So Aimer having a really good position actually up on the top here. Got Xenon also just trying to, well, maybe potentially move on in. But of course, let's see if we can jump up into this action over here between the players there from Unique and the eXiles. As you can see, well, Unique down to their final two. Ooh, Terry comes up with a beautiful shot. There we go. Xenon lands a hit. Oh, down goes Exist. Terry, now the last remaining player, gets a beautiful hit in on Nukes. About to send that nade off to get the thirst. Ooh, didn't cook it long enough. So it overshot ever so slightly. Chet, of course, now moves up, lands a beautiful hit right there on Terry and sends him right back. But of course, now let's jump up here to Untold. As you can see, they're closing in on VEGETA Gaming. Everyone just cooking those nades. Shark now just closing in on this position as well. Here we go. So down goes the players from Euphoria. 4KT just ripping right through them. Sends them packing. But of course now Shark also pushing up right on towards Untold. Let's see. Will the players here from VEGETA Gaming be able to get the clutch in on them? You can just hear the nades all over the place. And of course now, well, everyone trying to find that angle. You can see VEGETA just patiently waiting. Ooh, Tank now just rushing straight on in. Down goes Tank in the process. So Untold punishing him for that push. But of course, not without losing one of their very own. You can see we got Turbo, Rolex, and Sorry still remaining. Now we have a bit of a face-off happening here. We got Gun also putting a few shots in towards the players there from Endgaming. So things are definitely lighting up all across the map here. You can see Vegeta and Yanni just patiently waiting on the side of the wall there. And then, of course, we got Shark just up on the roof with a bit of Overwatch here. Oh, Vegeta putting the hits in. Rushing up towards Sari is one hit away. Oh, circles all the way around. Oh, man, what a rotation. Of course, now up comes Yanni. He steps up. Oh, drop shot from Rolex. He lands the hit. Shark now has all the pressure on his shoulders. Can he clutch this out? Untold now getting ready to move in. He will not be able to get that race going. Oh, beautiful jump shot, but it isn't enough. Down they go. Sent right back into that lobby. So beautifully played there. Vegeta Gaming and Untold. Fantastic performance, but of course, well, someone needs to win. So there we go. There we have it. 18 teams now remain. Gun and the MEOW team, of course, getting pretty close together once again. So we'll see. Will we have any engagements coming in from that side? We also have the players from Destiny now rolling up towards Los Leones, moving in bit by bit. Force 4 also on the move. As you can see, BBC now trying to come in from that far western side. About to move on up in towards Monte Nuevo. Then, of course, the Black Clovers holding up all the way down in prison. So quite some distance there for them to cover. But, of course, now waiting to see, are they going to move on in? We actually have Broly just pushing in right here towards the players, of course, now. So let's see, will he find any of those hits on the MEOW team? Got Fluffy just up ahead. "63 players still alive. 18 teams. Only on the first zone. And that blue zone is, of course, closing in bit by bit. Ooh. One false move here from Fluffy. And that could spell the end. But, of course, now Fluffy needs to be super careful here. Move too much towards the one side. And we could see the shots coming in from the western side. Move too far to the opposite end. We got some shots coming in from the southwest. Oh, Broly. Just tapping those hits right in. And, of course, now Sugar trying to move on up in towards position. Winchester not the weapon with the highest fire rate. But of course, well, we've seen it do quite a bit of damage. We've got Nerf and Slim now getting ready to rotate up right behind MEOW. So here they come. Let's see how they play this one. Of course, now you can see them now just trying to circumvent the players here. Ooh, finding some great shots right into them. Of course, now we've got Sugar and Biscuit left. The last two hopefuls for MEOW. Well, Gun now starting to tighten their grip, turning up the pressure. You can see Nerf and Slim, of course, both now also moving in, closing the gap bit by bit. Up comes Nerf now rushing in. Sugar not taking any chances here, just trying to stay out of line of sight. But of course now, oh, beautiful play coming up from Sugar. And Slim just finds those hits. So well done, well played. But look at this. Wow. Force for the Immortals. And then of course we've got the players here from Mars as well. So 3 teams pretty close up in San Martin. Got the eXiles also closing in from that southern side. So rotating out of Picardo. But of course now KARTERIA and the players from 4KT also pretty close. Some good potential there. We might see some engagements come from this. Right, so it seems like Xenon is just making his way further south. Heading on towards that central part of the zone. But of course now we've got Mars still holding up here in San Martin. Fairly close still to the Immortals. And of course the players just on that southern end. So waiting to see if they'll find any of those angles on Force 4 or on the Immortals. Only a two-man squad rocking this one for the Mars team. But of course, we've seen quite a considerable amount of damage being done before. So let's see how the teams rotate. And of course, we've got the Angels at the moment caught in that red zone. The players there from the Black Clovers all the way to the farthest south point. Slowly but surely making their approach towards the zone. Currently battling it out with that blue zone. Got Destiny, of course, just up ahead of them. So let's see. Oh, so many hits now. It's coming in from up on that hill as the eXiles also now just improve their position up on the ridge. Oh, so many shots now coming over towards Mars. Oh, Azrael now also just closing the gap between him and the Martians. So the pressure is building bit by bit. Got the Immortals also just sitting over towards that northwesterly side. So could very well see a few third-party shots coming in from that side. Of course, depending on how the Immortals position themselves. Ooh. Ah, exactly what I was talking about. The Immortals coming in with those third-party shots. Cheddar and MG right in front sends a beautiful nade right into the last player there. Sends him backing, and it is done and dusted. Of course, now, well, we still got Mars holding up in San Martin. We got the Immortals still sitting over towards that northwestern side. So patiently waiting to see how they're going to play this one. Of course, now the teams are making their way on up in towards the zone once again. And you got a few players, a few teams rather, on the outlying regions there. Guerrilla Gang, as you can see, all the way down in Chumacera. Got Desire, the Destiny, rather, just up ahead of them. Of course, the players there from Black Clover still sitting in the far south. So they're taking a super passive approach to this one. Not playing aggressive at all just yet, but we'll see, of course, then how this unfolds. We've got a double drop coming down as well. Look at that. That's not something you see too often. But of course, now the eXiles have rotated up into these compounds. We've got the Immortals still holding up on the hill here. They could have some pretty good overwatch. And if they play this well, it could actually become an upper hand. So let's see. Will the Immortals capitalize on their position? Because at the moment, it seems we might see the players from Mars and the eXiles, of course, facing off. But in the meantime, it is getting pretty close right here as Destiny is just rolling past the players here from Guerrilla Gang. And of course, well, yeah, it was Destiny. They were destined to get taken out by the Guerrilla Gang team. Let's jump over to the players here from Not Gaming, as they're, of course, now keeping a very watchful eye on the players just up ahead of them there from BBC. So Falak actually in a pretty good spot. Really well covered on all sides. Well, as long as he stays at the top. Once he starts moving down, not so much anymore. So Falak is sitting here playing King of the Hill. And of course, now the players there from Not Gaming also now getting their rotations done. The eXiles now turning the pressure up on the players here from Mars. As you can see, Mars now just left in their compound. So we got Iron Man up on the roof, keeping a very watchful eye. Ooh, those nades getting so close. And there we go. So he's opting to get all the way onto the top of that roof. The highest possible point, unless, of course, he can move himself up to here. Which I don't think is likely. So Iron Man and Faker trying to see if they can find the angle there on the eXiles. And of course, now the eXiles sending the nades across over towards them. Ooh, red zone. Was that red zone? I don't know what that was, but of course one of the Black Clover players. Ooh, yeah, he might have just blown himself up or something. You see the players there from End Gaming, of course, also just over towards that southeastern side. Then we also have the players here from, well, Destiny just sneaking up, inching their way on up in towards San Martin. So you got Iron Man and Faker just patiently waiting, but of course now the eXiles are getting ready to push across into the next compound. The same one we see the Martians in. Up comes that zone shift as well, now moving up in towards the northwestern side. Guerrilla Gang now just closing the gap up here right behind the players from BBC. Ooh, the Dragons putting their hits in to the players there as well from KARTERIA. So quite a few shots now going down. Let's jump up here to KARTERIA and the Dragons. See what is going down with this fight. Of course, now you can see a few mollies in place. Superior trying to make his escape. Blade putting those hits in. Ooh, so many shots. But of course, none of them really finding their spot just yet. We also have the players here from 4KT moving in. Comes in with a beautiful third party in on Pet. Superior now trying to put some more shots across as well. Here we go, 4KT now rolling up. Got a bit of a rotation coming in. Ooh! Storm flanks all the way around. Superior taking quite a considerable amount of damage. Pet, of course, now getting thirsted right there. We got Storm also right here next to us. Ooh, but he is now getting hit by the Dragons. It's a lot of back and forth. And of course, oh, there we go. The Martians battling it out with the eXiles. But down they go. Cheddar landing those finishing blows on them. Of course, BBC now also getting hit in the process. The players here from KARTERIA, as you can see, two of them already just rotating up, leaving poor Superior right there where he is. It's like, nah, just do it. Oh, we're seeing some shots coming in there from the players there. Not Gaming actually putting in their hits, and Law now just battling it out with them right here. iRUSH just putting in a few shots. Let's see, will he be able to find those hits in towards BBC? Ooh, third party shots coming in from all directions. Not Gaming just putting in the hits. There we go. Ooh, iRUSH just rushing in. And Lobby. Well done. Well played. But of course now, well, we continue along towards the eastern side. Back over towards 4KT. As they are still putting the shots, or trying to put the shots in towards the players there from KARTERIA. Of course, you can see Xenon has now moved up over towards where we see Adonis and Luffy. And of course, a little bit further on towards the west there, we've got the players from Unique. The Angels actually now starting to put a few shots in on the Immortals. There we go. Gun landing a quick shot in on Cheddar as well. Ooh. Down goes MG. Oh, the Black Clovers in a little bit of trouble. But of course now Muffin sends a beautiful molly across. The Immortals still on 3 players. The Angels now trying to move on up. As you can see, the Dragons also now just going absolutely crazy right here on the edge of zone. What? They just finished it off. Well done. You can see the Black Clovers now. Oh, trying to find a way on in. KARTERIA also just up ahead of them. And of course, now the players here from End Gaming also just still putting in those shots. There we go. Guerrilla Gang coming in with some more hits. It's a very interesting zone though. As you can see, 14 teams still alive. And of course, well, Mr. Dagger here being the last one for his team. Some return fire coming in now. The Immortals still battling it out here with the Angels as everyone is now just trying to push on in. So 2v2. Well, no, sorry, 2v3. Unless, of course, Tigers can get that res in. Got Gorilla Gang Gaming also right there over towards the southeast. In Gaming putting those shots over towards them as well. So quite a bit of action happening all across the zone here. You can see Scar just trying to get that pre-fire in just to scare the Immortals off a little bit. Just long enough so the rest of the team can of course now heal up. So got Tigress and Muffin. Got Umar now testing the waters. But they need to get that rotation done. Angels need to get on up in towards zone. But up comes MFB. Good Munchies and Umar also on the approach. Oh, jump shot from MFB right in behind Scar. Tigress steps up. Whoa! Gets the hit. Umar now coming in. Oh. They ended right there for 2 of the Angels. And of course now Muffin steps up. Munchie just with a beautiful, beautiful barrage of shots there. Just putting them straight into the Angels. And of course the Immortals win that fight. So well done, well played. 12 teams still alive. Of course now, well, everyone once again making their way on up in towards the zone. Lazy Boy in a little bit of trouble as Gorilla Gang is now just putting the shots over towards his position. Oh, head after head just landing on him. Down he goes. Womb Raider coming in, landing that head. Well done. Of course now the remainder of the squad making their push up right here towards the players from iRUSH. So let's see, will Gaming be able to land any of these hits over towards iRUSH? Or will iRUSH be able to take them down? As of course, as you can see, the players there from Gaming really close to their vehicle. But of course now iRUSH just moving their own vehicle out of the way just to ensure that it can't blow up on them. But of course now, ooh. The rest of the team there taking quite a bit of damage. And the Immortals now still continuing their onslaught with the players here from Not Gaming. Everyone are trying to make their way on up in towards zone. Gun taking quite a bit of damage as they are also now caught out in the open. Nerf and Pyro. Let's see, will they be able to get any hits going? So many crossfire shots just happening all over the place. But of course now, down goes Blade. Schnitz now caught out in the blue zone. I don't think he's going to make it up in towards zone in time. But of course now the players here from Untold just trying it to get those hits in towards Gun. See the players now slowly but surely starting just to come to that blue zone. Bit by bit, they're getting picked off as blue zone just moves on relentlessly. There we go. So Gun suffering a few casualties there thanks to the blue zone. But of course now, well, we still have quite a few teams remaining. 10 teams jumping up here to Gorilla Gang. As you can see them right here on the edge. Gaming right here up in front of them. Rez and Envy. Oh, trying to get those nades all the way across. Here we go, some more shots now coming in there from iRUSH as they're putting the hits in towards the players there from Gorilla Gang. But of course now Rolex also just moving up as you can see there. Ooh, Buff putting some fantastic hits in. Taking the hit, or putting the hits in rather into Rez. Envy now just shooting into the smoke. Just trying to scare off Buff. But of course now Buff pushing up once again. Up he goes. Ooh. There we go. Nukes blowing up angry. Oh, down goes Gaming. Gorilla Gang finds the hits and sends them right back. Down goes Schnitz as well. 8 teams remain. But of course now, we got the players here from Not Gaming. Down to what is potentially their last player. Let's double check. Yes, there we go. So Jagger is definitely the last remaining player for Not Gaming. Of course, all the way in the south. 22 players remain. Of course, 4KT still on a full squad of 3, but they're now trying to make their way on in towards zone. You can see iRUSH, of course, right here on the top end of this ledge. Ooh, 4KT, you know, we're just finding the hits. Let's see. Will Bad be able to clutch this one out against Aimer as they all now move up, but the shots keep on finding him. Oh, iRUSH gets flushed out by 4KT. 7 teams remain. Beautiful play coming in across the board from all the teams. But of course now, Mr. Jagger still trying to hold on. His vehicle getting blown up in the process. Not that he needs to move anywhere. As you can see, for Storm, of course, now also just bleeding out slowly but surely. So Puff, Mac, and Womb Raider also on the approach. Aimer holding up on the nice higher ground they've got over here. Nerfs are coming to the zone now. So 17 players remain. But of course now the eXile starting their push on the players there from Untold, as you can see just up ahead. Ooh. Down goes Gun. 6 teams remain. That is Destiny, 4KT, the Gorilla Gang, Not Gaming, the eXiles, and of course the players from Untold. So quite a bit of an exchange happening here. Quite a bit of a back and forth. Just got Nanex now, of course, trying to find those hits over towards the eXiles, but they are also landing some hits over towards him. Oh, you can just see those shots going up towards Aimer as well. So Womb Raider now just trying to creep on up towards the 4KT team. Oh, Untold not getting hit. The eXiles rushing in towards zone. The shot still flying over towards 4KT, who's now rolling up towards Destiny. Oh, but the hits. Xenon is the last hopeful. Of course, now focusing all his attention over towards Destiny. We got the eXiles also now just... Well, MG, in fact, he's moved on up in towards zone, clearing the way as the rest of the team now follow right up behind him. Look at Jagger still alive. Got the shots now flying up from the players here. Untold now putting in several hits as well, but the blue zone is closing in. Destiny putting a few more hits in and taking the players there from 4KT and doing quite a bit of damage, sending them back. 4 teams remain. Untold, Gorilla Gang, eXiles, and then of course, well, ooh, the players from Destiny, as you can see. Untold now just getting hit and sent right into the lobby. Done and dusted. Oh, there we go. Nanex and crew now still turning on the pressure towards the eXiles. You can hear the players also there from Destiny trying to find a few shots. So Gorilla Gang still looking pretty good. 3 players still alive. No one in zone. Ooh, down goes Womb Raider. Godless putting a beautiful shot in with that M24. But of course now NG using this to move on in. Beautiful 2-2 split. We've got your Cheddar and Nukes covering the one side. But of course now MG and Swave rushing up in towards the north. Finds the hits and sends them packing. But of course now Buff Mac moving in. Nanex right there as support. Oh, Buff getting hit. Down he goes. Oh, down goes Nanex as well. The eXiles come in with a chicken dinner. Well done, well played. Finishing it up with 19 kills. Of course, we got the players there from Gorilla Gang finishing up in 2nd place with 9 kills. Destiny in 3rd place with 1 kill. Got the players from Untold, of course, finishing up in 4th place with 7 kills. We got 4KT coming into 5th place with 11 kills. Not Gaming finishing it up with 6 kills in 6th place. We got Gun finishing with 6 kills in 7th place. Of course, iRUSH with 2 kills in 8th place. The Dragons with 3 kills in 9th. End Gaming in 10th place. The Immortals with 5 kills in 11th. The Black Clovers with 1 kill in 12th place. We got KARTERIA in 13th place. The Angels with 1 kill in 14th. BBC in 15th. We got Mars in 16th place. Force 4 with 3 kills in 17th place. MEOW in 18th. We of course also got the players here from VEGETA Gaming with 1 kill in 19th. EUPHORIA in 20th. Of course, the players from Unique in 21st. And, well, then XO Redefined finishing up in 22nd place with 1 kill. Alright, so there we go. There we have it. That was our final match for the evening. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And, of course, well, that brings us to the end. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course, if you're new, don't forget to consider subscribing, and of course leave a like. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys back again next week when we head in to our next installment of the Horus Invitational. Can't believe I'm messing this name up. It's so easy, you know. It's this one right here. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one, and of course have a fantastic weekend.